Hello, hello. How is everybody? Don't mind me. I forgot to write something down, so I'm doing it right now. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another Mystery Card Monday. I'll move my stuff off the table. The alarm goes off at, hi Margaret. The alarm goes off at 7, so my husband remembers to take his medicine. That's why if you heard it, hey Sheila. So does everybody have their paper ready to go? It's going to be a different kind of card. And actually tonight I'm going to show you some different kind of watercoloring. And I am focusing this week on the Zany Zoo. I know I've used it a few times, but we're going to use it this week a little bit different than we usually, as we have in the past. And it all has to do with the coloring. So tonight I decided, hey, putting baby to bed. Tonight I decided on Melon Mambo and Coastal Cabana. And I'm pulling out all my sheets. And then my designer series paper, I'm using the 6x6 designer series paper. And actually what happened, I was going to use the hearts. And then when I was looking at the card, I cut my designer series paper in the wrong direction. Remember, I always say, watch if your paper is directional to watch how you cut it. Well, I didn't. The hearts should really be this way. So I am going to use this side because it actually looks like stitches, because we're going to use the llama who's knitting on tonight's card. All right, so let's get our pieces together. I said that I wanted you to cut a card base 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Okay, and then another piece 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Hey, Mimi Cakes. And of course, that's going to be for the inside. And then we needed some coordinating cardstock, 2 pieces at 4 1/8 by 1 7/8. And I'm using Coastal Cabana. How crazy is that? And then we needed 2 pieces of DSP, 4 by 1 3/4. And I already explained I wanted this side, but I cut it wrong. So we'll use this side. And then we needed 5 1/4 by 4 basic white, and also a piece of basic white 4 1/8 by 3 7/8. All right, so those are all our pieces. And my camera always looks like it's crooked. All right, that's okay. All right, let's just get this so we're all together. So we're going to just put that aside for a second. I want you to grab your 4 1/4 by 11, and I'm going to pull my trimmer in. I think for my instructions, I said the trimmer, you know why you need it, but tonight we really do need it. Usually I make mistakes, right? So I said to score it at 5 1/2. So here's our basic card base. Hey, Karen, that's okay. Gorgeous here too, actually. Very fall type day out today. The only thing is, it looks like snow clouds out there right now. All right, so I want you to open up the 11 by 4 1/4, and I want you to actually cut it. Let's get rid of that at 2 inches. And then I want you to cut it, I said 3 1/2, but we're going to cut it at 1 1/2. So you're going to cut it at 2 and then cut it at 1.5. So now we'll have 3 pieces. Okay, and I'm just showing you that as a sample because I already did cut mine. All right, so you want to cut it at 2 inches, and then once this is cut off, cut it at 1.5 inches. So now you have 3 pieces of cardstock. All right, we can take our pieces for the inside and put it aside. And what we're going to do is one of your coordinating cardstock will go here. And then the other one will go onto the top of the card. All right. So this is the 4 1/8 by 1 7/8 coordinating cardstock. And we're just going to glue this on. Just like that. So how many of you took advantage of the free shipping day? I have to be honest, I usually don't. Because it usually does not fall. Hey, Nan. Good to see you too. Hey, Kathy. All right, so there is our coordinating cardstock on our pieces. Like I said, I usually don't take advantage because it usually falls at an odd time. But did you know? Oh, you know what? Maybe I can use it. I am going to use the hearts. I like the hearts better. I was thinking the card was the other way. But did you know with the new promotion, if you have a long list of products or that you want, a big wish list, that you can still get free shipping with the promotion? And not only that, you can get the $99 kit for $68, or you can pay the $99 and get $168 worth of product. I know it is. You know why, Em? Because I was using the camera for my Patreon class, and I had it on automatic, so it would focus automatically, because I have to get really close to my table when I'm coloring. So that's why the focus is off. I didn't fix it. All right, so the designer series paper again is 4 by 1 3/4. And we are adhering our designer series paper to the front of our card. Just like that. All right, so for the time being, let's just push that aside. I actually have a piece of basic white, and this is the thick basic white. Instead of using watercolor paper, I decided to use the thick basic white paper, and it works just as well. And we're going to grab that knitting llama, and I'm going to grab my memento. Oh, and I have 2 of them out here. Let me just... All right, so let's ink him up, or her. All right, and we're going to just give it a stamp. Just like that. So there's our sweet little llama. Now I'm going to pull out my watercolor pencils, and I'm going to pull out Melon Mambo. Actually, it's the pencil is Bermuda Bay, but my paper is Coastal Cabana. I'm not going to grab the black, but I do want the gray. So let me just, is this the gray? Basic gray. So we're going to use those three. And let me just grab my water painter. Hopefully I have water in it. Yes, I do. And I'm also going to grab one more thing. I'm in my drawer here, so sorry I'm making so much noise. Just want to see. Okay, that works. All right. So we have our cute little llama. Yeah, I know. And since I'm using Coastal Cabana and Melon Mambo, like I said, I did pick Bermuda Bay for the pencil. We are just, instead of coloring in the llama completely, we're just going to add some color. And we're going to use it with the watercolor pencils. So what I'm going to do is, and I should probably, let me just, let me see if this is plugged in, sharpen this pencil. All right, that's better. Get it a little sharpened. All right, so we are going to add color right around the llama. So I'm going to make this llama's chair Bermuda Bay. So we're going to just do it around the llama on both sides. So all I'm doing is giving it an outline. All right, so we're creating a shadow actually. All right, let me see if I can move this in. There we go. And then we have to look at the chair itself, and you'll notice around her body, there's some spots. So we're going to color those spots in. And I'm also going to put a line of color down the side of that chair. We're going to do the same on this side. Go around her body, fill in those spots, and just put an extra line of color so it's dark. And then down here, we're going to go underneath where the skirt is, and we're going to follow the artist's lines to add some color, okay? And then we're just going to come in this corner and then come in this corner. So that's all you're really going to do. Oh, thank you. Yes, everybody should hit that thumbs up button. It'll help with the algorithm in YouTube. All right, so let me just feed this. Oh, there it goes. Feed my pen some water. And all we're going to do is add the water. And there's not enough in the brush. There it goes. And pull that color out from her body to the outside of the chair. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're just going to pull that color out, grabbing the edge of what we colored, and just pulling the color so it's highlighted on the outsides, but it's darker around her body. So it's a quick and easy way. Same thing here. You're going to pull that color that we added and then pull it from over here. I'm going to add some color up here in a minute. Same thing here. We're just going to pull that color down. Let me get some more water. There we go. So we're just going to pull that color. All right. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of color, wrong one, over here and then between her legs. And we just want to pull that color out. All right. So there's her chair. Quick and easy. Wow, she falls asleep quick. Now I want to pull in the melon mambo, so I'm going to pull it in on her knitting, because this way we can put an outline around her hand. So you want to add some color around her hand. And let's just come down here a little bit. And then we're going to pull some color up on this side. And then on the ball of yarn, let's add just some color around the bottom, just like that. Now I'm going to use, you can use your water pen. If you wanted to add a little bit of sparkle, you could use your Wink of Stella. Now this is actually, I think this is white. Nope, this is good. And we could do the same thing. Pull that color using your Wink of Stella. Okay, we'll do it down here. Just pull it to the outside. I'm actually going to just add a little bit of color here so I can spread that out. So all we're doing is giving it a touch of color. All right. And like I said, you can use some Wink of Stella. I didn't do it on tonight's image, but I just figured it was a great way to bring in a little bit of sparkle to your images. Now for the llama herself, we want to give her a little bit of shadowing. So we're going to come inside her ears with basic gray. We're going to come under her face. We're going to come under her arms. And you want to add enough color that you'll be able to pull some color out, because we want to spread it around a little bit. We're going to leave that front leg, and we'll just do this back leg. And again, we just want to spread some shadows around. So we'll just come under her face, do her ears, pull some out by her arms, and then pull it down under her arms. So it's just, like I said, a quick and easy way to add some color and not having to go crazy. So I already colored my guy for my little one for tonight. Let me just grab my die. So I did not die cut it. I'll do that quick. So here's the one I colored. All right. And the die fits perfectly. And if you didn't already know, the designer series paper that goes with this bundle, you can use the dies to die cut the images in the designer series paper. So if you don't want to go through all the fussing of coloring the image, oops, you can just die cut it right from the designer series paper. So here she is. Now we can pull our card back in. Now she's actually going to sit on this piece here. And let's see what sentiments we have. Let me just pull out my stamp set. I just laid it in the box and all my dies fell out. I think we'll do You're Too Wonderful. And we're going to hope that I get this stamp straight because I don't have the sticker on it. So let's just line this up and I'm going to test it out on my paper. All right. All right. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put the sentiment up here at the top. I'm just going to come out a little bit. So we're going to use our basic white. And this is the 1 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm going to use some Coastal Cabana. And I am going to stamp You Are Too Wonderful. And we're going to grab her and put her onto this layer. And I think I'll pop her up. Let me grab some. I'm looking to see where my dimensionals ran off to. They should be right here. And they're not. So let's use these little ones. So we'll pop her up onto this piece. Now remember, ladies, if you create this card, make sure you post it in the mystery card group. And I always do a random drawing. I've been doing them on Mondays lately. This way I get my card done and pick the winner all at the same time. All right, so let's put her on our piece. Just like that. How cute, right? And we can pull our piece back in. I'm actually going to use some seal so we don't see that glue through the layer. So let's line it up. Oh, look what I did. I guess I'll have to get an embellishment if I can't get it off. We'll try. Oh, I think I got it. There we go. All better. All right, so there's our piece. Now we can pull our card back in. And I got to be careful that I don't get anything on it. Now this piece, you want to line up right at the bottom of your card. So you want to make sure that it is even and straight with the bottom of the back of the card. Oh, what, the sand erasers? I'll send you one. I think I have an extra one. And this piece is going to be glued. Now you can just do it in the middle. You can do it over to the side. I think I'll do it right in the middle. And we are going to glue the top piece and the bottom piece right on there. So when you add your glue, you want to make sure that you do not add too much. So I'm going to put some there, and I'm going to put some here, and then we're going to lay this right in the center of our card. Now that'll hold our bottom piece. I'm just going to stand up and make sure this is on straight, which it isn't. Thank goodness for glue, right? All right, that's even. And I think that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to let that dry. And we have our inside. Now, if you want, you can stamp something on either side that's going to be seen, but I am not going to. I'm just going to grab my Coastal Cabana, and let's use these stars and streamers, and let's just decorate the top and the bottom. Let's turn it over. And this is regular basic white. I did not use thick for the inside. All right, and then we'll do this side. All right, so now we have our layer. We can pull in our matte piece. And lay it down. Now our card should be ready. We'll carefully open it, and we can adhere this to the center of the card. Just add our glue and lay this right on the inside of our card. Now, looking at this, if you see that you have some space and you want to make sure that that piece stays on, just grab a scrap piece of paper and add some glue, and then just push it under, hold it down, and pull it out. And then do the same thing on this side. And then you can hold it down and it will adhere. And I think I'm going to do it right here also. Just going to make sure that it adheres. And do the same thing. We'll add a little bit of glue. We'll stick it under and pull it out. So you're just grabbing some glue off of that sheet, pushing it under and pulling it. Thank you, Kathy. All right. And then we can close it up. Now, if you wanted to add something to this, I think I'm going to add a bow. And I actually only have Pool Party, which should be perfect. So let's grab my ribbon scissors. And we'll add a Pool Party bow. So there's another quick and easy card, right? The mystery has been solved. I will add all the instructions I can't find the end. Let me do this again. I'll put all the instructions on my blog for tomorrow. I'm hoping to get it done before our doctor's appointment. All right, so let's get it off the fingers. We'll check the loops are a little off. So I'm just going to pull my loop, and then I can pull my tail to make sure those loops are pretty good. I've had trouble with my bows the last couple days. No matter how much you practice. Let's cut these tails. I think I'll actually add this on this side. Grab a glue dot. Now you can add it. I'm going to add it off of that layer. All right, so there's our card. So when it opens, all right, here's the front of our card. Just a quick and easy. So again, post your cards in our group. I'll draw a random winner on Monday. Thanks, Mimi Cakes. And thanks for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your night. It's chilly here. And I will talk to everybody soon. You know what? The card does look crooked, doesn't it? I have to fix this camera. So thanks for joining me, ladies. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.